I'm gonna veto. Oh my god, this book is so pretty. I'm so excited. I need to try and get out of this slump. I'm like low-key obsessively excited to start this. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I hope you're all doing well and welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. We are back with weekly reading vlogs for a month because if you didn't know, I'm doing a little challenge in April, which basically means that I put a prompt, read that book, put another prompt, read that book, etc. It is called Prompt to Prompt. I talk all about it in my April TBR, so I'll link that video up above and down below if you want to know all the juicy details. But basically, I'll be vlogging every single week as I pull the prompts and read the book so you can keep up to date with all the reading that I get done in April. Just to catch up to speed though, I have slacked in March. I have barely read anything. I hit a slump. I've been very busy. There was Easter. Me and Mark renoed our downstairs hallway and living room floor. And it's just been really chaotic. So I haven't really had the best end to March / beginning of April, but it is now Tuesday the 2nd of April and I'm ready to get started. If you saw my April TBR, you know that I pulled out the prompt 3 or more words in the title. And I decided in that video that my first book was going to be These Hollow Vows. I haven't started it yet because like I said, I've been really busy and I haven't had a chance to read. I haven't started it yet, but like I said, I am also kind of coming out / kind of still in the middle of this slump. I have been in this slump I think since kind of the end of February, but it's been a really weird slump as in like I've read few books that I've really enjoyed, but then I would go back into a slump and then I read a few books and then I go back into a slump. It's really quite annoying if I do say so myself. So I don't know whether going into like a new fantasy series is really the way to go, but obviously I still want to fulfill the first prompt with 3 or more words in the title. So I pulled out some other options that might be a little bit easier for me to read. The first one being A Million to One by Ajibud Gagira, one of my favourite authors. This is a YA book about a heist on the Titanic, so it could be a really easy book to fly through. And then a couple of romances I've recently picked up and really do want to read that are 3 or more words in the title. The first one being Done and Dusted, which is like a cowboy romance, which just sounds ideal, but also this kind of really screams spring and summer, and right now it's raining and dreary and grey, so not really giving me the spring vibes that I really want. And then the other one I was thinking was Raiders of the Lost Heart, also kind of like a romance, but once again really kind of giving me spring vibes, so I do feel like it's going to be in between these two. And what I'm going to do is I am going to try a chapter of both of these and see which one captures me more. But I'm definitely feeling like something cozy. Mark is away on a work trip, so I have the house to myself and I just want to cozy up with some kind of like ambient sounds on in the background and just read a good book, because I have missed reading. I've been really out of my routine. I just really want to kind of like get back to it. I'm going to do some journaling tonight as well, so I have a big to-do list I'd like to get done. But these are the 2 books I'm going to try a chapter of, and I'll keep you posted and I'll tell you which one I'm going to read first for 3 or more words in the title for my first book for Prompt to Prompt. One more other housekeeping thing that I wanted to mention. If you saw my Prompt to Prompt challenge I did last April, because it seems to be like a yearly thing now, I alternated between reading a physical book and then having another prompt for an audiobook. And that was because I was really in the mood to read audiobooks last April. I have not wanted to read audiobooks recently, so I haven't given that element to this challenge this time round. However, I was thinking I do really want to get my ebook TBR down, so I'm going to pull prompts and alternate them between reading a physical book off my physical TBR and then reading an ebook off my ebook TBR, just to give it another little bit of a twist. So the next prompt I pull once I've finished one of these 2 books will dictate which ebook I read next, which will be really fun. Hopefully I can read 2 books a week in this vlog series. I don't know, fingers crossed, but I'll keep you posted. Happy Tuesday and welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. I'm gonna start with this one and just see, because it's a shorter chapter and I'm really not in the mood to read, so I don't want to fail at prompt to prompt from like the get-go, so we'll start with the first chapter of this one because it seems easier to read. First chapter done. Definitely intrigued. I'm just going to read the back because I knew it was like a Titanic heist. I didn't really know anything more than that. And the back basically says, an unapologetic and charismatic thief has her eyes on the biggest target yet, the Titanic, and she's out to steal the ultimate prize. The Rubaiyat, a one-of-a-kind book worth millions. All she needs is a perfect team. Hinna, a fearless acrobat and contortionist, Violet, an exceptional actress, and Emily, an artist who can replicate any drawing. But careless mistakes, old grudges, and new romances threaten to jeopardise everything they've worked for, and then tragedy strikes. What are their chances of success? 1,000,000 to 1. So I'm very intrigued because the first chapter was very short, but basically you had the perspective of Josepha, who is the thief, and she stole something, and at the end of it she finally gets what she needs, and what is in what she stole was the ticket to Titanic, which is what she wants, and I'm assuming the story also progresses from there. So definitely intrigued. First chapter of that done. I'm going to dive straight into these hollow vows because, not going to lie, even reading those 6 pages, it took me at least 4 of them to concentrate properly. So I'm definitely not in a reading mood. I'm definitely more in a talking mood. So we'll see how these hollow vows go. Like I said, it's 17 pages. So hopefully it's quick to read. I'll let you know how I feel after the first chapter. Put on some ambient sounds to help me concentrate, but I have finished the chapter of these hollow vows and I'm intrigued, but like I don't know whether it's making me need too much brain power right now for me to warrant reading it. I don't know, I'm undecided. I don't know whether to give this book more of a chance before making my decision. I don't know. Also, I thought this was YA, but it literally says sexy, surprising, and full of secrets. So maybe it's not YA, maybe it is adult. I don't know. Let me know if you know. Because I don't obviously market it as a YA if it's not a YA. But if I read it, I'll find out. But if I don't read it, I don't know what to pick. I'm so indecisive at the minute. I think I just need to pick one and stick with it. And because I'm in this slump, I don't know. I was going to say, because I'm in a slump, I should probably read something that's going to be easier for me to digest. And that would be a YA. Which means going with this one. I don't know. I'm going to make a decision. And then I'll let you know what I've decided once I've decided. Because I can't make the decision on camera because we'd be here for hours. Hi guys, happy Tuesday. So after my deliberation yesterday, I did decide to kind of carry on with 1,000,000 to 1 by Adaba Jagira, and I got 42 pages in. It's fine so far. I do feel like it's very rushed. They're already kind of like planning to go on a Titanic, even though you got 4 perspectives from all 4 main female characters. You don't really know much about them yet, and I wish there was a little bit more setup. But yeah, it's fine. It's a quick read. Can't really complain too much so far. But what I said yesterday about not wanting to listen to any audiobooks right now, so I'm not going to pull a second prompt for an audiobook pick, I am going to, because there's one book that I really want to read right now that has just become available on Everand, old Scribd, which is Friendaholic by Elizabeth Day, and I love Elizabeth Day. I've read all her books, all her non-fiction. I listened to her podcast, How to Fail, and I just really enjoy her non-fiction kind of work and her interview and journalistic skills. So I'm hoping by pulling a prompt for an audiobook, I get a prompt that I can fulfill for Friendaholic by Elizabeth Day, whether that's a non-fiction, a free pick, a mood pick, an audiobook, I don't know, just something that allows me to read this book. And if not, I might just listen to it anyway, because it's more like a podcast than it is a book because it's a non-fiction. So here goes. What is this prompt? I'm scared. What does that say? Middle grade. I'm gonna veto. This is not going well. This is because I'm in a slump and I know which books I want to read, and anything other than that I won't read because I know myself. So we're going again. What is this one? Return to a soft DNF. Can't do. Third time lucky. I really want to read Friendaholic. Give me a prompt that I can read for Friendaholic. Whisper it. And it is longer than your last read. Longer than my last read. I believe my last audiobook was like, so I'll go to audiobook. My last audiobook was, need to go to core pile. I'm in a rush for work as well, and this is my priority right now. Core pile, my last audiobook was how many hours? Was 11 hours, 11 and a half hours, basically, and Friendaholic is, well, it's 393 pages. Okay, I could do it anyway because the physical book of Friendaholic on Everand, because the physical book or ebook is on Everand too, is 393 pages, and my last physical read was A Very Secret Society of Witches by Sanjay Mandana, which was 316 pages, so it works anyway. But in terms of audiobook, it's 10 hours. Okay, I'm going to count the physical pages. Yeah, I'm going to count the physical pages. My game, my rules, my month. I'm in a slump. That rhymes. So longer than your last read. I'm going to go for Friendaholic, but listen to the audiobook. I didn't go with These Hollow Vows in the end, but I do want to get around to it at some point this month because it is, I am intrigued by the first chapter. So that's the plan. I'm going to listen to Friendaholic in the car to work. I'm going to read maybe some of this, and I'll keep you posted. Happy Tuesday evening. Don't mind my appearance at all. I thought I'd come on and unbox a pre-order that I have just received in the post today, which I'm really excited about. I haven't read any more of my book today because me and my friends at work have started a walking club on our lunch break, and we literally go for like an hour long walks, kind of reaching 4 to 5 kilometers each time, and it's just really nice. So instead of my lunch breaks reading now, I am kind of like socializing and getting some exercise in, which is really nice to switch up. So I haven't had a chance to read yet. Just got home from my mum's, having dinner with her on Wednesday evenings. Oh yeah, it's Wednesday, not Tuesday. Did I say happy Tuesday this morning? God, I can't remember, but it's Wednesday. Oh my God. Because we had the bank holiday Monday, I'm really confused on the days. So it's now 8 o'clock, just getting back from my mum's, having dinner with her. So I don't know how much I'll actually be able to read today. This book is so pretty, I'm so excited, and it is, can you guess, can you guess, can you guess? It is the reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. This is Holly Jackson's brand new release, another YA mystery thriller. I have read all of her books. Oh, I didn't realise I got one signed. Did it say signed on the front? It doesn't, but that's definitely her signature. How exciting. Oh my God. And the sprayed edges, beautiful. What's the back? Oh. Is everyone's like this? I'm gonna have to go show Mark. Oh my God, this is a really, really cool book. I'm so excited. But basically, the blurb says, 18-year-old Belle has lived her whole life in the shadow of her mum's mysterious disappearance. 16 years ago, Rachel Price vanished, and young Belle was the only witness. Rachel is gone, presumed dead. The case is dragged up from the past when the Price family agrees to a true crime documentary. Belle can't wait for the filming to end, for life to go back to normal. But then Rachel Price reappears, and life will never be normal again. Lights, camera, lies. Oh my God, it's small text. It's small text. I'm so intrigued. I'm really hoping I can get around to this at some point during Prompt to Prompt this month. I am so excited to read this. I'm going to go show this edition to Mark because I think he'll absolutely love it, because he loves seeing the hardcovers under the dust jackets when I get hardcovers. So I'm going to go show him that. But probably chill on the sofa, watch some Survivor. I probably won't read much, but that's fine. I'm trying to come out of a slump. So yes, happy Wednesday. Happy Friday. I have just finished work for the day, and it's so nice that because the clocks have gone forward, it's still lovely and bright and sunny to film vlog clips. It's just going to make my life for the next couple of months so much easier. But the downside is I'm not really enjoying my book, and I've almost given it 100 pages. I'm now 91 pages into it, and it just seems like not well developed. The characters just seem a bit meh, and I'm just not really that intrigued. I don't want to pick it up. And I know, Kayla, you very kindly gifted it to me, and I just don't think Ajba Jagira can do this type of book. I don't think she can do Wow the Sun. I'm like, yay, it's still sunny, but now it's really shit lighting. I don't think she can do adventure books. I think her strong points are what I thought were relationships and romance, but you don't really get good relationships in this book, and I feel like by this point of the story they're already on the Titanic and everything just seems too easy for them. Like something went wrong when they're about to board the Titanic, but then they really managed to fix it really easily, and it just seems like the stakes are just not there for me to be intrigued and want to keep reading. So I'm gonna DNF this book, like hard DNF this book. I just don't think it's for me, and I'm really grateful to Kayla for gifting me her used copy so I could give it a go. But I don't want to slog myself through this book for ages when I'm not really enjoying it, because I need to try and get out of this slump. So I think I should put another prompt, pick a new book and hope for the best. But something that is going well and going better is my audio pick of Friendaholic by Elizabeth Day. I'm really enjoying this audiobook, and I think it's because it's just listening and it's just feeling like one of Elizabeth Day's podcasts, and I find her voice so soothing. I think she's a great journalist, she's a great interviewer, and this book basically follows her basically confessing that she's a friendaholic, that she has too many friends, and she's like slowly throughout her adulthood learned that she's had too many friends and she's like spread herself too thin. And then she's getting some of her friends on to discuss their views of friendship and how key and important they are to different points of their life, and it's just really fascinating to listen to, and I do relate to some of it. Like one of the chapters is about ghosting and how female friends find it a lot easier to ghost and just kind of like get rid of some friendships, and how like you outgrow friendships as you get older and you go through different points of your life. And then there's a whole section on like bromance and why that's really underrated and kind of like taken the piss of. I'm really enjoying it. I don't have too much long left. I've got about 3-ish hours. I listened to a little bit more today, but I've just been taking it easy because I love Elizabeth Day's non-fiction work. Like her podcast is one of my favourite ones to listen to. How to Fail and Philosophy, both of her non-fiction books I've really enjoyed. So I'm just taking my time with that one, and I'll keep you posted on when I finish it. But I am going to pull another prompt and hope that this gives me a book that I really want to read. I think my top priority books right now is my brand new book that I just got in the mail that I unboxed with you, The Reappearance of Rachel Price. I feel like this could really help me right now. Like, Holly Jackson's books are so easy to read, so quick to fly through. And if the audiobook is on Everand, then I'm in for potluck. So I'd love to try and get this book on. I'd also love to get Paige Toon's new book, Seven Summers, on, because I think that would be really good. So those are kind of like my top picks, but who knows what the TBR gods have in store for me and what prompt I'm going to pull. Like I said, I just finished work. I'm waiting for Mark to get home. And then we're going to make dinner together. We're having like a salmon Mediterranean dish, which we tried for the first time last week and really enjoyed it. We just want to like tweak the recipe to make it our own. So we're doing it again tonight. And then Wish, one of my favourite Disney films, has finally come out on Disney Plus, and we're going to watch that, and I'm going to eat the rest of my Easter chocolate and then just have a chill evening. So I don't know how much I'm going to get read, but anticipation over. The prompt is... Oh my god! I could read either of them. Both of them have come out in... So Seven Summers came out very end of March, and The Reappearance of Rachel Price came out in April. What are the chances? Oh my god. I think I'm going to have to go with this one. I'm going to have to go with this one. Like, I'm so excited. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is a sort of feeling that I really wanted to get. Like, I wanted to be excited for a book, and A Million to One just wasn't giving me that feeling. So... oh, I'm so glad I repicked. Okay, whew, I'm really excited to read this one. Obviously, I've already told you what this book is about in this video. I don't know how many pages it is. It seems, it's a big boy. It's like over 400 pages, like 440-ish, maybe? Something like that, without spoiling myself. 430 pages. So yeah, it's a big boy, but I think it will be really easy and quick to read because it's Holly Jackson. So yeah, I'm excited. I might start a little bit of it before Mark gets home, but he will be home in about 20-ish minutes. So yeah, oh, I'm so happy. Okay, I'm gonna go read this and I'll keep posted, but hope I might be able to get this done this weekend. We'll see. I don't want to get my hopes up. Obviously, I'm in a slump, so who knows. But yeah, it's given me some excitement, which is what I wanted. But yeah, happy Friday, and I'll stop rambling. Yeah, it seems like all of Holly Jackson's books are on Everand as ebooks as well as audiobooks. So I think I'm going to mix media this book. I think it's going to really add to the atmosphere, and it'll probably help me read it as well, so I can flip between the two. So yeah, this is really exciting. I'm so happy I had to document the fact that it's on Everand. Yay! Oh my god. I'm like low-key obsessively excited to start this, but Mark is, I've just checked, 10 minutes away, so I don't think I'm going to be able to read much this evening, but it's making me excited to read, so that is the main thing. And I've taken a dust jacket off. There's hair in my mouth. I've taken a dust jacket off. This is a stunning naked hardback, and yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm just entering all the details into Pile to make me want to read it, and yeah, I'm just really excited. Okay, fangirling isn't over. There's like things in it, like I guess mixed media. There's a family tree, and then there's like a screenshot. Ah! Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, that's like the IMBD of this world, because that's the documentary that they started. Ah! Oh my god. Ah! I'm so excited! Happy Sunday. I had a busy day yesterday getting a manicure and a pedicure ready for my auntie's wedding next Friday, or this Friday as you're seeing it. So I didn't re-vlog anything, but I did read quite a bit. So on my way to my appointments, also had my eye test. I listened to Elizabeth Day's Friendaholic, and I'm 20 minutes away from the end, so I'm going to finish that today. And I also got to page 100 in the reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson, which I'm really enjoying. I love the atmosphere. I'm listening to the audiobook as well as reading along, and it's just really helping me stay focused on reading, which is great. So I'm enjoying both my books. But I've come on here because I'm about to deep clean the bathroom and the kitchen, so it's going to take me a little bit of time. And Mark is busy finishing off some DIY that we started last weekend over the Easter bank holiday, so I need some company. So I'm going to pull a prompt and pick my next audiobook. I know I said at the beginning of this video that I wasn't going to be pulling audiobook prompts, but it just seems to be the case that that is how I'm reading now. Things can change rather quickly, as you can tell. So I don't know what I can read because it needs to be something on Scribd that I have access to, so I don't really know what's going to be possible with the prompt that I pull out. Or it can, because I'm kind of looking at my TBR trolley and trying to hopefully pick something from there that's also an audiobook. But I'm also aware that there are a lot of books on my physical TBR right now that I don't have the audiobook to, so let's just see what we pull and go from there. I'm going to try and not to put other prompts. Hopefully this will just be a one and done situation. Continue a series. Okay, the first one I can kind of think of is X's and O's by Amy Lee, but I don't think there's the audiobook available for that. So the other one I'm kind of, oh god, I completely just knocked you. The other one I'm thinking of, which I know I have the audiobook of, is Wildfire by Hannah Grace, which obviously is the second book in Maple Hill series. What others can continue a series for me? I don't think I have many options. Unless I listen to something that I have access to. I was going to say New From Here by Kelly Yang, because that's on my 2024 TBR, but I don't think that's actually part of a series. So that might not be possible. Let's see what I have on my... It says continue a series, which might be a little bit tricky. It's an audiobook. Okay. I could listen to Black Girls Have It All by Jane Allen. I read the first two books in this series in 2021, 2022. I love it. It's a great series. It's a very just like slice of life book, and there's been two books in the series. The third one came out I think last year, and I haven't got around to it yet because I wanted to reread the first two books first. So that is definitely a potential. It's only 7 hours long, but I think that might be like the only two options. It's either Wildfire. I did listen to Icebreaker as an audiobook, and did really enjoy it. So like I think that might be our best option. Otherwise I don't think... I'm trying to think what series I'm in the middle of that I have the audiobook to. I feel like this happened last time. I remember having this prompt and I couldn't fill it, only physically. I definitely feel like this has happened before. Is there something that I want to reread that's part of a series? No, Dead Romantics, 7 Year Slip is not part of a series. When in Rome, like Practice Makes Perfect, won my 5 stars this year. When in Rome, that's technically part of a series, but I don't think I have the audiobook for it. No. I don't know what to do. I think it's going to have to be Wildfire, but... I could listen to It Starts With Us by Colin Hoover, because that's the second book in the It Ends With Us. I have the physical book on my TBR because my sister gave it to me because she got it free from work. So I could listen to that and just get it off my TBR. I think I'd rather do that and get rid of a book that I'm not really that interested in, rather than rushing reading a book that I'm really excited for. Okay, so that's like the top option at the minute, is It Starts With Us by Colin Hoover. I just wish it was like start a series. If it was start a series, I'd have so many more options, but continue a series is really difficult. That would also be finishing off a series. Okay, that's definitely an option. I'm just going to save that audiobook just in case. Okay, instead of constantly doom scrolling, well, it's not really doom scrolling, but instead of just constantly thinking, okay, what am I going to read, I'm just going to go for this one, get it off my TBR and just see, do I remember how the first one ends? No. Did I give it a 5-star and then unhaul it? Yes. So before It Ends With Us, it started with Atlas. Lily and Ra have decided into a civil co-partnering with their daughter. See, I don't remember any of this. I think I'm just going to give this a go. If I DNF it, I'll come back on and pick another book and another prompt. But yeah, I guess it's going to be this one. If you couldn't tell, I've just finished all the chores and I got 114 pages into It Starts With Us and I'm enjoying it. I know there's a lot of people obviously who have disagreements with this book, saying that it wasn't needed. I know it's been a long while since it's come out. It came out in 2022. I've had such a detachment since It Ends With Us now that I'm just enjoying it for what it is. Obviously, it does, the first one, there's a lot of argument that it does romanticize abusive relationships, but I'm enjoying it for what it is. And I did do a little recap. I read a little bit of a recap on Google before starting it because I was like, otherwise I'm going to go so completely into the unknown that I don't really know what I'll be reading. So I'm glad I did that because it definitely gave me some kind of like foundation. But it reminds me of why I gave the first one 5 stars, but then also why I decided that maybe it wasn't worth 5 stars and I unhauled it. So I have conflicting feelings, but for what it is, I'm enjoying it. So I'm not too offended that it got picked out for me to read, because at least then it'll be off my TBR. So yeah, 114 pages into it. I think I only have like 2 hours left of the audiobook. I'm not sure if I'm going to read much more of that today because I just really want to get a big chunk of the reappearance of Rachel Price in it, because I am really, really enjoying that one. So hopefully I can sit down a little bit and just kind of like binge a lot of that book. But I'm just kind of like updating my computer, core pile, Notion, cleaning tracker, doing all that fun stuff, making sure my video is ready for this evening. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. I completely forgot to say that I obviously did finish Friendaholic by Elizabeth Day. Full title, Friendaholic, Confessions of a Friendship Addict, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. Like I have said, Elizabeth Day's way of words, just the way she like story tells, the way she captures her audience. I love her podcast anyway, so I knew I was gonna love this book. And I don't rate non-fiction because it is kind of like a memoir, because she counts herself as a friendaholic and she had too many friends, and it does like take her on a journey of discovering that true friendships are like completely different to like the mums at the school gate, etc, etc. It does cover some sensitive topics, so be aware of those if you do want to read it. But yeah, I'm not going to rate it, but I absolutely loved it. It is definitely my least favourite of Elizabeth Day's, just because I prefer her kind of like business and brand regarding how to fail. So like her book on how to fail, Failosophy, which is like the short version of that, and then her podcast are like my favourite parts of what she does and what she stands for. But this was a fun kind of addition to learning more about her, and yeah, I did really, really enjoy it. So first book officially completed for April, because obviously I DNF'd 1,000,000 to 1, so that's exciting. And we're off to a good start, so fingers crossed prompt to prompt can go well from here, because I'm finally feeling like, yay, I'm reading. It is now the following Monday and I'm just here to wrap up this vlog so I can start my next one. And although we had a rough, rocky start to the beginning of the week, I didn't know what day it was, I was in a slump, I just didn't like the books that I was picking, we ended up on a high. I'm enjoying both my current reads, the Starts With Us as well as the reappearance of Rachel Price. Really enjoying both of them actually, so I'm really excited to continue reading them into the new week, and hopefully in the next vlog I'll be able to pull some new prompts, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But overall I got to page 239 of the reappearance of Rachel Price, so hopefully I can finish that over the next couple of days. I'm about just over halfway. And then I got to page 128 in It Starts With Us, so I made some really good progress yesterday reading via audio, so I'm definitely excited to continue on my streak this week, and hopefully my reading has begun to pick up again. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below to future content from me. I do anything from reading vlogs, themed reading vlogs, monthly TBRs and all that fun stuff, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future content. And without further ado, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.